Here's what happens when you duo. This is a good question. That's why I paused the music in case I decide to upload this as well. Duoing with a friend puts you in a position. First off, first position is one of you is going to be last pick every time. Like, very rarely is it any other way, but one of you has a higher pick and then the other guy's last pick. So one of you has to be really, really adept at support and then, you know, whatever other roles. But not only that, I've talked about this in 10 Tips to Diamond video. Every game that the other team does not have a duo means that you now put 3 of your teammates at a disadvantage. That's right, 3. Because MMR-wise, Riot has now established that the other team will have a higher rating than your team, which means that if you as a duo, and this is why when I duo with Ninja on stream quite a bit, I talk about this and complain about it. Tyler is a newer player. He's a silver player, right? Which means that, oh my god, he left at the last second. Which means that if we as a duo do not destroy that game, like obliterate it, every other lane is supposed to lose and statistically will likely lose. That's why you notice when you duo, it feels like other lanes feed out of their minds. It's not because they're bad, even though duos like to arrogantly think that they are that much better than their team. It's that they are literally forcing their teammates into an unfavorable matchup. It's a dick move. That's why I say generally duoing is bad, because mid lane Ziggs, who's gold, is going to shit on mid lane, you know, Nidalee, who's silver. He's just going to shit on him. It's just likely to happen because of the experience gap, the rating gap, whatever. That's why very rarely do you see duos carry. However, if you're really, really good, you and your duo partner are really, really good at all roles. Notice a lot of professional players like to duo with other professional players because their edge is so big that when they play the games, they'll likely win anyways, even with their teammates sucking it up. Okay, so that's why you probably shouldn't duo, most of you. I don't care if your bot lane is the greatest on the planet. You may think that you win your lanes, but unless you're like double lift type shit and you're going like 5-0 in your lanes and like pushing to the second turret and taking it and then like 2v4ing and shit like that, you probably shouldn't be doing because your edge isn't as big as you think it is. Alright? When I duo, or when I duo on my main account, it's with people that I know that will pressure buffs consistently, take every single buff, will dominate their lanes, not just win like, oh, I win if I'm only in jungle. We're talking about this guy can go top, mid, or jungle and win his lane, and he knows how to push a lead when he gets it. Like, that's when I'll duo with somebody. Because otherwise, I'm fucking over because they're not going to win. Like, they're not going to win their lanes. Okay? That's why duoing's bad. And that's why I'm so strongly against newer players thinking, oh, I should just duo, because they're just, they want that comfort. They want that, oh, I have my buddy in the game with me, and then when we lose, we can justify that, you know, we did really well. And it's like, no, you didn't do really well, because if you did really well, you would be carrying those other players that you forced into shitty lanes. That's why. All right? So that's why I don't really support duoing.